Well, a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Flight Deck to Sim live stream. Today it's the 21st of August 2020. It's 7 minutes past 10 in the evening here in the United Kingdom, and time for another impromptu Flight Deck to Sim live stream. It's a Friday evening, very quiet in the household. I'm actually going back to work tomorrow on lates, and I thought, you know what, let's just carry on doing these streams. They've been immensely popular, and I thought we just have a little bit of fun today. Now, a lot of people enjoyed watching that video yesterday when we were demonstrating some IFR flights, and I was thinking of something to do this evening, and there's so many different things you can do. I thought, you know what, I just want to have a bit of fun. So I remember when we looked at the landing challenges, so if I jump into the sim here, the activities, we're not going to do these tonight, just to demonstrate the one we did the other day. There was this one here, which I remember doing on the inaugural Microsoft Flight Simulator live stream, and it was this place called Bugalaga. I'm gonna completely mispronouncing this. I just thought it was a really epic airport. It was basically on a massive hill in the middle of Indonesian Western New Guinea, and I thought we'd just do a little bit of a flight from kind of a major town about 20 minutes away, try and find Bugalaga in live weather. It's currently raining, and then we're going to try and find another airport called Timika, which is to the south, and we'll try and do some instrument flying. We're going to use the Cessna Caravan as well, so completely I cannot pronounce this place at all, but yeah, if you look at the video description below, you'll be able to see exactly the route we're doing today. It's just a couple of short flights. I think the stream will be an hour or so, but yeah, just a little bit of fun. As I said, it was the landing challenges I saw earlier which we come in. Now, we've invited a few of the members along with the group flight as well, so hopefully they'll be able to join in on the Sector 2. Here we are on planet Earth. It's currently in the middle of Oceania in Asia. There's Australia. So we're going to start our flight here. Just set this up prior to streaming. Nabire, which is Whiskey Alpha Bravo India, very small airport. Here is Bugalaga Airstrip. I think this is actually included with the Microsoft detailed airports there. And then we're going to be going southeast, once we've found this place, to Moses Kalankin, Whiskey Alpha Yankee Yankee. Now, I've got the Navigraph charts up as well, so hopefully we'll be able to navigate here and be able to find, you know, do some instrument flying on the second sector, at least do an ILS approach into this airport, which would be pretty cool. So great to see lots of the people here as well. We have Freckles Aviation, Sub Slader, Domino Monsina, Dave Transavian, his name's changed his name, Dan Bennett, usual people here as well. Adam's in the house too. Mariana's around, she's just walking to do the room today. As I said, we're both having a quiet Friday evening in. I thought let's just do a little bit of an impromptu live stream. Murio Ramos is saying hello from Brazil, Cap. Hello, and I hope you're doing very well. Right, so in the Cessna Caravan, that's because, I don't know, I think it's the best suited aircraft to get into this airstrip. It's a tiny airfield. We are flight conditions here, so I'm not going to go, if I go completely live, we've got group flight only. Weather and time is live. Saw that actually. And I'm not going to go live place because everyone will join, I think, and will go absolutely crazy. So, yeah, where's the time? I need to put this custom because it'll be the middle of the night here still. It's 6:10 in the morning. Let's make this a little bit later on. There we go. You know what? Other players will be visible. Oh no, that unfortunately means it's not live time, so I need to put that though because we're doing a group flight here, aren't we? So I'll put that to there, back to custom, and make that at least so it's daytime here. Let's make it midday local time. We'll put the weather on live, and I think it's pretty inclement. And we're going to go from there. Right, let's give that a start. There we are. Stand parking 1 in Nabire. This is the first ever time we've streamed in Indonesia, and this is Western New Guinea. So let's press fly and go from there. Yeah, hold on, make sure I've got a full tank of fuel as well, because I never checked this. There we go. Let's fill that up. And ATC options. Yes, we need to have our tail number, of course. A UK registered aircraft in Western New Guinea. There can't be too many. There we go. Enter that. Oops. Oh, that's deleted everything. It hasn't. Close. And now let's press fly. Let's go from there. Thank you, Mariana. Lars, did you solve the issues with the 747 flight and flight director problems you had. Was it your mistake or the sim that had issues? I think, are you referring to the approach we did prior to release on the closed beta? I think that was in the Cessna Caravan. Yes, the autopilot wasn't flying the localizer correctly. The indications were correct on the PFD. They fixed that prior to release because we've done a couple of wireless approaches now following the guidance. Worked fine, and I think we've also used the approach too. Nice, it's Papua New Guinea time. Unfortunately, its maps are kind of outdated, so I can't really enjoy my Papua experience. I've never flown to this part of the world, but I hope at least the Ortho satellite imagery looks pretty good. But let's press ready to fly. Oh, we're not live weather here. Well, let's just turn on live weather. At least for a bit more of a. We are on live weather. That's strange. I checked just before the stream, and it was absolutely pouring it down in Bugalaga, where we're going here. But let me just put broken clouds and then go back to live weather. Right, okay. Well, if anyone can find out what the weather is in WABI, because I just tested it quite recently and it was absolutely pouring with rain in Whiskey X-Ray 53, but I'll take the VMC conditions anyway. But yeah, here we are, tiny airport here. There's nothing major international about this place. Let's get the ball rolling as well. Live weather's not working properly. Okay. Live weather is not working for lots of people. How interesting. Yeah, I mean, I just tested the airstrip to make sure to practice this approach just prior to the stream, make sure it was all there correctly, and it was really cloudy, really rainy. And I see there's no METAR here at the moment for this airport, unfortunately. You changed the time, that's why. No, you should be able to still be able to use live weather. Thank you very much, Farmer Jason, £2. Hey everyone, and hi from Wales, and safe flight. Thank you very much, buddy, and good evening from Wales. You are obviously not too far away from me, well, a few hundred miles away, but I hope you're doing very well this evening. Thank you very much. Right, let's do the very brief checklist here. This is, as I said, just a bit of fun. We want to try and find this airport. Fuel both on. Next page, nice and simple. Engine ignition selector switches to normal. That's down here. It's already in normal. Power lever is idle. Max RPM. Starting engine. Battery can come on now. That is the fuel boost. There we go. Beacon light can come on. Put nav lights on as well. Avionics switch number 1 on. There we go. Fuel boost can now come on. Whirring away there, and then engine to start. If only it was that simple. There we go. That is that's the sort of thing you find in supermarkets when they need to move crates around. I guess it's strong enough to move a light aircraft around. Michael Bonaga, hope you're doing well. I know you've popped into my streams quite a bit. Have you ever flown a Cessna Caravan in real life? I haven't. No, I've never flown a turboprop at all. I can't remember, wasn't there? What if I missed a step here? That's because I didn't move into starter, that's why. Helicopter startup sounds in the plane. Sounds like a captain monster. Well, I'm hoping to have some of the members join here because we had a great flight. I invited them all, but I didn't want to delay the stream too much. So I'm not being too reliable with my stream start times at the moment, and all of these streams have been set up very, very quickly. That sounds like it's booting up quite nicely. Yeah, the temperature's looking good. Put the avionics switch number 2 on. Before takeoff checklist, just that's it. That's all we got to do. Cool. Let's see if we can get some weather information. Actually, I'm not going to be using air.com. There's traffic. Okay. There's no ATC whatsoever. All right. Well, let's take off from. Let's go from the. Let's take off from the southerly runway today. So I'll make a right turn and then taxi. Taxi out this way. We'll go actually back this way and then backtrack. Voice is a little echoey tonight, says Kevin Chalice. Let me know in chat if there's any issues with the audio. Someone else is saying sort your audio out. I hope there's not any issues. is I'll just plug in, plug out the microphone, which usually fixes most of the issues. Can't hear you. Oh yeah, really, yeah, fantastic. I'll wait until one of the members pipes up. Usually they're a little bit more reliable. Audio sounds fine to me. Thanks. You are very quiet. It just sounds quiet to me. Alright, let me just change the volume here slightly. I'll turn the game audio down. There we are. Perfect. You're awesome, quiet. My auto texter can't hear you. Okay, I've got most of the members are saying I sound fine. I'll go with them. Right. Anyway, as we mentioned, we've got our little map here. Here we are in Western New Guinea. This is the airport we're going to find. It's incredible. I've seen some photos online. I looked on Google. So if you type in Whiskey X-Ray 53, take a look at this airstrip. It's it's in the middle of nowhere. I think there's a lot of tribes around this part of the world. I'm not that sure, but if you look at the photos, a lot of people that come around when an aircraft lands here. I think Suzy Air operates into this airfield. I've no idea what the MSA is. Anyway, let's release the parking brake and just have a little bit of fun. So lots of comments coming in recently about when am I going to be flying back in X-Plane 11 and the Zebo mod. Very soon, guys, very soon. But I was looking at the channel's stats for the last week, and we've increased in the last 7 days by 11,500 subscribers, which is absolutely phenomenal. And that is all thanks to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Now, as soon as kind of the dust settles a little bit here, which way are we going? We're going to backtrack and go the other way. As soon as the dust settles, I will be back in X-Plane 11 and the Zebo mod. I want to also see if I can get VATSIM working for Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. I haven't had time to play with any of the settings there to get it working. I know it is already available because I want to do some more kind of IFR flying in the light aircraft, which I think will be quite enjoyable. But yeah, this sims proved to be very, very, very popular. And this was the dust. I'm driving whilst watching this. I must condone this activity. Put the phone down and concentrate on the road. Deary me. And again, this is just a default airport. Nothing special here. Got a little bit of a veranda here. Why did we? Ooh, I just accidentally set the parking brake or something. I think I just might have knocked the parking brake accidentally. Oops. Yeah, I did. Track back, yes, we're backtracking for runway 16 here. There we go. Try not to go on the grass. Creaking away. Level that. Oh my goodness me! If you want to go full right on the tap, I mean, look at what we're going to be flying over. I think this is going to be mostly jungle. Oh, the turning circle on this is rather sharp. Right, anyway, first flight then, how short is it going to be? Well, the first waypoint is 67 miles away, so it's going to be 30 minutes max over the jungle. We then need to try and find this airport. I might have to edit the video description slightly, because I said we'll be using live weather, and it's clear that in the simulator here it's completely standard ISA conditions, 15 degrees, standard pressure. Anyway, let's have a bit of fun. Get your toga in chat. Flaps, yeah, let's actually take a notch of flaps. Should be more than long enough here, but let's go anyway, full power. Let's go find Bugalaga. There we go. Love the Cessna Caravan. I think it's one of my favourite sort of light aircraft in the sim. It's kind of got a nice. It's got nice stall characteristics, stall characteristics. I mean, they all seem to have the same posh PFD-ND. I was actually tempted to take the default Cessna 150 for this flight, but due to the fact that the landing challenge for this has you taking the Cessna Caravan, I thought it was quite suited to fly it. Let's take the flaps up. Time is around 90 knots. And then we'll trim for that speed. So I have got Navigraph charts available for this sector. We are going to fly VFR. On the second sector, we'll have a crack at flying the instrument approach. So there's an ILS approach. We'll see if there's some sort of procedural approach to fly. So it's somewhat educational. We're around 100 knots. Just going to reduce that power slightly. It's never good if there's red and white warnings flashing at you. Be very reliant on GPS today. Yeah, this is proper jungle here. Ooh, rest in peace, FPS. Whoa, this has the odd little stutter occasionally. Probably all those trees it's trying to load in. Uh-oh. How bad is that? There we are. It seems to be settling down a little bit. Reduce the RPM. Oh, slightly as well. Sorry about the performance there. Oh, it's struggling. I got running here in the background. Sometimes fine going to an external view, the performance is fine. It's just in the cockpit, it's a little bit bad. That's fine now. That's better. So, we'll keep climbing to a sensible height. I'd quite like to do this quite low, which would be quite fun. And it's this is one of the great things about the sim. I was flying around, having a look at Antarctica. Not all areas are covered, but it looks so authentic. You know, it's all snow here. And I'm no doubt this exact place over the planet is just as thick as this with the trees. I mean, look at it. You want to come down here, that's for sure. You want an edge of fire anywhere around here at all. Where did we take off, says Matthew B? We took off from Nabire, Whiskey Alpha Bravo India. And we're now flying to Whiskey X-Ray 53, which is part of the landing challenges, part of one of the landing challenges here in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Captos, how many hours will you stream? Not a huge amount. I did it in bed by midnight. The reason I'm streaming so late, thank you very much, Kevin Chalice, joining as a member. Welcome aboard, glad you enjoyed the content, and you'll get invited to our members only Discord. Thank you very much, buddy. The reason I'm streaming so late is because tomorrow I'm on quite a late flight, so I don't actually land in real life until midnight. So my body, I'm getting adjusted to this sort of time. So for me to be awake at this time streaming, it's not a bad thing. I'll get up a little later tomorrow. So we'll go up to 4,000 feet or so. This reminded me of the aircraft we flew yesterday, the Baron B-58, and how I didn't have an altitude selector knob. It certainly increased my workload there. Thanks a lot, Robbie. For Robbie169 for £2. Can you explain how prop mixture should be adjusted? Thank you very much, Robbie. Excellent question. So on an aircraft like this, which has a variable prop, it's a bit like the gears in your car. So you want to make the engine be more efficient. You essentially reduce the RPM in various phases of flight. The mixture, you alter the fuel. I mean, actually, this is turboprop, so I'm not 100% sure. I've never flown turboprop, but I think the mixture control might work slightly different. But on a conventional piston engine aircraft, like I did my CPL-IR on the Seneca 2, as you climb higher, there's less oxygen, and the fuel becomes richer, so it becomes less efficient. You want to keep an optimal fuel to air ratio, and you lean off the mixture, and it helps with the fuel economy. You've got to be a bit careful though. You don't want to lean it off too much, because you can overheat the cylinders and things like that. Again, it's been 10 years since I've flown general aviation. I've not had to worry about piston engine management for that amount of time. I think Plain Old Ben's around here, sorry in chat. He'll certainly is a good chance to go check out if you want to learn more, a little bit more about flying those sort of aircraft as well. But yeah, I'll have to go brush up on my ATPL studies. Thankfully, we're a turbofan jet engine, as complex as they are, they're actually very simple to operate. And you know, take the CFM on the 737. They're essentially a jet engine. It's just a big barbecue, guys. You have the combustion chamber. It lights the aviation fuel, and that fuel flow is then managed to alter the size of the flame, which we shoot out the back, and obviously it powers a fan now, which provides the most thrust. And that's essentially what a jet engine is. It's just a big barbecue.
we are, so we'll just maintain 4,000 feet. Probably have to climb a little bit higher looking ahead. And again, I was expecting to be in sort of rain and IMC this evening. It's going to be quite interesting flying into this airport. You go have a look on YouTube, type in Bugalaga Airstrip. In fact, you know what? I forgot, I'm a professional live streamer. Let me get the autopilot in and we'll watch a video together of exactly where we're going. How fun would that be? Right, let's get down to 4,000 feet. I'm just going to reduce that power slightly. Got to kind of keep an eye on where we're going because there is some terrain ahead. Let's go autopilot, altitude, match the heading, heading select, right. So we've got autopilot, out hold 4,000, maintain heading. We might have to climb a little bit soon. And we'll take a little look at Bugalaga. If you're from Western New Guinea, I'm so sorry, I have no idea how to pronounce this place. Right, I need to then add... Ah yes, I have 2 monitors now, so this is the first time I've ever streamed with 2 monitors. I feel like a professional streamer here. Let's find web browser. Browser source, add new source. Now I need to post a link. Oh, I hope you can't see that. You might have seen that. Yeah, professional streamer here. I don't think anyone has internet here. I mean, yeah, it's a very remote part of the world, but I guess some areas have more monsters. I have no clue about this area of the world at all. I had to look at a map, exactly where we were. Harry Stephenson ETA, I'd say, what are we doing here? Oh, let me just click back into the sim. So we've got 52 miles doing 140 knots, so 20 minutes or so. Right, I'm going to actually have to climb a little bit higher here, aren't I? I'm just going to go try and find this video of this airstrip, and if we do watch it, we're going to probably hit the side of a mountain. So let's try and use this automation. So what I'm going to do is set, let's go up to 8,000 feet here. FPS is struggling today, and let's go to flight level change and increase the power. Oh, we are struggling for performance this evening. I wonder if it's to do with all of these trees. Maybe. I have to change my settings slightly. I'm on high end at the moment. I've not had performance issues like this before. It's a little bit stuttery. So we're climbing at 140. That'll do. Let's just get away a little bit higher. My goodness. Set your nav course to GPS. That's a good idea because we're not using conventional navigation today. There you go. Actually, I can make my life considerably easier by pushing nav. There we are. And we should probably just keep climbing because we've got even more high terrain coming up ahead. There we are. Performance is improving now. It just seems to have a little few moments where it's just loading in. Thank you very much, Lucas McCarran, for the $5. What is your setup for this game? Do you have pedals? Just, you know, pedals. Yes, Lucas, if you look at the video description below, you'll find all the information about my PC and equipment. So I have the Airbus, the Thrustmaster Airbus joystick, which they very kindly sent out to me. And it's a brilliant joystick, really enjoy using it. And I have the Cytec Pro rudder pedals as well, which I use. Very happy with all of them. Good job we climbed, look. Already at 4,700. Oh, it's trying. It's really struggling to load in Papua New Guinea today. I might just need to adjust my settings, guys. The only recommendations for settings to slightly increase my FPS. That'd be great. I've had no issues during any stream at all. There's no weather at all. Could be just due to the fact that so many people are using it. Thank you very much to Gordon Jones for £2. Love the streams. Watching from Scotland. So we've had the Welshman, a Scotsman donate today. Just wait for the Irishman, the Englishman. Not at all. That's very kind. Thank you very much, and I hope you're doing well up there. Good. Well, keep on climbing. Just noticed Adam commenting about the pressure. Yeah, one of the things I really wish they'd actually done here is have the ability to allow you to change this to QNH. And in the setting, all your weights are in pounds. Very unusual for a French developer to have not given the ability to use kilos for your weight, but maybe they've updated it already, I'm not sure. Right, anyway, let's try and find this video of where exactly we're landing. So it's Bugalaga Airstrip. I like it when you type in Bugalaga, it comes up with my live stream. That's pretty cool. I think this is the one I was looking for. I think it's in a Cessna Caravan as well. How pathetic. Right, let's share this copy.
50, 40, 30,
and I'll drop the link into the video description. Thank you very much both to Paul Clark and Freckles. Love the streams. Would you fly the 737 MAX? Thank you very much, Paul Clark. Yes, so obviously the MAX has had a lot of issues previously, and it looks like it's now getting close to being returned to scheduled service. Thanks a lot, guys. Coming close to coming back into scheduled service, and no doubt prior to this ever being any passengers on, it'll be now over engineers and very safe to fly. I'd be confident knowing that the EASA and the FAA are giving it the all clear. So we'll see. Obviously, there's a lot of problems with it. I don't go into too much opinion on these sort of matters in a public sort of forum like this, but yes, let's hope that they get that all sorted. Thanks a lot, Freckles. Someone say Englishman. Thank you very much, Freckles. That's 3 of the countries there. I don't want to upset any nationalists here. Thank you very much, Freckles, for your kind donation. And I thought you were meant to be here. I'll probably have a look on the next sector to see if I can. You know, I invited some of the members on here on a group flight. Pressed invite on all of them, but to be fair, I've never tested it prior to the stream. I should have probably have tested it to make sure it was okay. Right, anyway, approaching the halfway point for this flight. We need to keep on climbing up here. Actually, you know what? Very naughty here. Should we go full RPM? That'll increase my rate of climb. And the mixture control here should be okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Pee-wee, for the $5. Happy Friday, all. Little aviation humour. Here we go. Hobbit. What aviation school should we attend? Gandalf says, "Fly, you fools." I've seen the Lord of the Rings films, but I'm missing the point there. I'm so sorry. Someone in Japanese fill me in. Oh no. Thanks a lot, buddy. BN2755 patch will come out on the 27th of August. I did see that they tweeted that. That joke hurt me physically. Went straight past me, if I'm honest. Let's add a bit of power here so we can increase our rate of climb. A bit too much there. Right, let's have a little quick look at this approach then. Now hopefully... Oh no, I keep trying to hold tab, but I don't need to. I've got 2 monitors. So this is the approach we're going to fly very shortly. Oh, look at that! Look at that old Cessna Caravan with all the steam gauges. That's what I want to fly. Compare the graphics to real life. Try and take a note of his final approach speed as well. Is that a Nokia I see hanging there? I missed that. Two monitors is possibly where you're losing performance. Oh, really? I hope not. Oh, look at this place. So remote. Subscribing the unit and Reckless. Welcome aboard, guys. Robbie, answer my second super chat. You missed it. I will as soon as it's done, buddy. Sorry. Look at this place. might have to do a little overflight recce first. Anyway, that's it. Delete that. Cool. Well, there we are. It's a good job we climbed. Look, continuous climb, jumping back into the sim here. We're just about to clear these mountains. Start off all the way back here. So there's a slight issue now with the ortho. Sort of reminds me of ortho for XP on X-Plane. Anyway, approaching 8,000. Yes, Robbie, you did donate twice, and I've just realised. Any good YouTube channels for learning the Airbus 787? For the Airbus, Robbie, I recommend you type in search now, talk with V1 simulations. He's doing exactly what I do in the Airbus. Obviously, I primarily use the CBIM one for the 737. You learn a thing or two from him. For 787, I don't know any 787 guys. I have a good friend of mine who's a moderator who often comes in here called Pilot Mike. I think he might be launching a YouTube channel soon as well. He's got Microsoft Flight Simulator. He's been trying out the default 787. I hope he does, and I'll help him all set up. And then if he comes there online, I'll hopefully be able to recommend him too. Cool, so we'll level off at 8,000 for now. We might even have to climb even further. I don't even know the elevation of our destination. But yeah, it's pretty spectacular how this looks. Let's close that. Yeah, pretty awesome. And then it's the beauty of this sim. You can just load up anywhere and it's all, the scenery's all there. This place. I mean, I bet there's places around here that no human has ever trodden. It's just completely uninhabited, just trees and mountains and rivers. Cool. We're getting there, guys. So we'll stay. We'll have to climb a little bit higher just to go over this terrain, but we'll maintain 8,000 feet for now. I'm paying GTA 10 minutes, what are we, 30 miles, 130 knots, yeah, around that.
50, 40, 30.
Iron Paris makes the €5. Look at this pro stream and go. Picture and everything. Loving the Microsoft Flight Sim content. Have a great day in the flight deck tomorrow. Thank you very much, Iron Paris, for the €5 and for the continued support. Very, very kind. I know. I'm becoming a right professional streamer. I can do picture and I can even do transitions, and it's going to hopefully be a little bit easier now with my second monitor. Hopefully it's not going to cause any permanent performance issues, but yeah, it's running very smooth now. I love these things so much. Bugalaga is 6,233 feet. Thanks a lot, Psycho one. Very interesting. Being very useful. Look at that. Spectacular. Thank you very much. A couple of donations there. Firstly to Coda101 for the £1, that's very kind of you, thank you sir. And Vetty Fubar for the £2. Have you seen David Fravor on UFOs, and have you seen one? No. Let's jump into the cockpit. Thank you very much for your kind donation there. I can reassure you I've never seen a UFO. I've flown with a captain who swears he saw something a little funny once. But, I'm going to get some weird phone calls from people asking for strange interviews if I do that. Yes, he reckons he once saw something looking a little unusual. I for one have never seen any UFO, and I've definitely not watched any programs about seeing any UFOs either. Thanks a lot for the donation. So it seems to be when I get a bit close to the ground, I have a slight drop in performance. I think that a bit closer I get, the more issue it has, and I guess that's something to do with loading up all these individual 3D objects. Again, I'm no expert when it comes to these sort of things. ProPilot 813, are you a first officer? No, I became a captain just over a year and a half ago. When I started my channel, I was an FO. I did the command upgrade in March last year. Look at that. That's why I just went heading select. I bet it's all these trees.
Jack Bush HD, has the dog forgiven you? Yes, he has. We've actually, based on last night's events, got a little tracker. You can just, I think it only costs about £10. You just put it on his collar. It's got a tiny battery and a little GPS transmitter in it. And apparently it lasts for months, these batteries, and you can just find out where he is at all times. So, yes, for those who don't know, new to the stream, Jack is our Labrador. And just before last night's stream, completely my fault, I went out to the garage to get his food. His dog food lives there. We have a big bowl and it was empty, and I left the front door open and he snuck out whilst I was getting food out. So when I went back in the house to feed him, I put the food in his bowl. I just called him and went, because I was about to start the stream, and I said to Mariana, Jack's all fed, don't worry about him, come on in here. And then about 10 minutes into the stream, someone knocked at the door saying, is this your dog? Oh no, it was awful. It was the first time in 5.5 years of having him that anything like that has happened. Thank you very much, Paul Clark. Favourite UK airport to take off land views of London Gatwick. I'm Horsham. Not sure where you're coming at, Paul. Are you asking me a question, or is London Gatwick your favourite airport for take-off, landing and views? I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but thanks a lot, buddy. Right, we must be getting close. We indeed are. So I reckon we'll clear this hill here, and we'll have a little recce of the landing area, and then we'll attempt to get down there. Chaos, can't imagine military aircraft sim would be very accurate due to a lot of details. A classified F-22 comes to mind. I think Chaos, there's so-called Digital Combat Simulator, or DCS, and there's quite well accurately modelled military aircraft there, I've been led to believe. Coda 101, can you do a Bristol video? Would like to see what Bristol looks like on this sim. Probably at some point. We've certainly on X-Plane 11 done Bristol several times, but I guess you're interested in seeing how it looks in Microsoft Flight Simulator, so probably not much use for you to view those. Click below to please read my super chat. I've got more here, can't see one, buddy. But I do try my best to try and keep up with chat, especially in these sort of phases here. Well, this is just a fun flight, so I'm not going in as much detail as I usually would. This place, incredible. Downloading, yeah, I did see there was someone mentioned there was a livery pack for all the A320s here. I won't be investing in it or even downloading it. I won't be touching that Airbus until someone's spruced up a bit. I like flying Airbus for a bit of a challenge. The default one, well, I like all the default commercial aircraft in Microsoft Flight Simulator. They're nowhere near as immersive as the high quality payware ones or Zebo mod equivalent ones we're used to, obviously. But they are a bit of fun, to be fair. Missed the terrain, so I'll make a little bit of a turn eastbound. Keep our eyes peeled for this airstrip. Guys, it's 1900 of you watching, thank you so much. This is much higher than prior to the X-Plane 11 streams. So I just want to say again, thank you all so much for coming to watch me, and especially all the new people that joined in the last week or so. We will be back in X-Plane 11 very soon to see, so you can see some of the stuff I do every single day in the Zebo mod for sure. If you enjoy the video, don't forget to smash the thumbs up button as well. Right, it should be right here. My PC doesn't melt. So yeah, you know what? It could be the fact that I've now started using a second monitor as to why the performance has dropped. That's the only thing I've changed regarding my streaming setup. I've finally invested on a second monitor, so I'm not usually getting these sort of performance issues here. When is the Concorde stream? 12,000. It was over 12,000 subscribers ago. I know I said we'd do it at 50,000, and then in the space of a week we gained 12,000 subscribers. It's coming. It's coming. I need to sit down and study that aircraft. Oh, my performance, guys. Oh, sorry about this. I'm struggling. Should be out here on the left somewhere. Beauty of GPS. We've got it there. Jeebus, we are really struggling for performance now. Oh well. Ah. What did we do before GPS? Chart, like highlighter, that's what we did with a permanent marker. Oh dear, I'm really struggling for FPS here. I'm hitting around 10, I reckon. But, I'll look at my settings later. So, we're pretty much over the top of this place. Where on earth is it? I have to look over here, look. Nestled in this valley in one of these mountains. Over those apparently. I think it could be on this ridge here. Thanks a lot, Ricky Lambert, for the £5. As a software developer, I'm fascinated at the design and development process in the aeronautical sector. Do you have much involvement in this? Thank you very much for the donation. I don't, I'm afraid. I'm just a regular line pilot who has a bit of a passion for flight simulating, so I have no involvement in design or development process of that. It's a lot of old technology, basically, and aviation is resistant to change. The 737 is a classic example of this. Where are you? Ah, there it is. Look, there it is. I found it. Here is the airfield. Thanks a lot, anyway, Ricky Lambert. Look at this place. How on earth are we going to get this down there? That is one of the most craziest airports I think I've ever found. Thanks a lot, Vetty Fubar for £2. If your engine failed now, what would happen? Yeah, so you'd have to do a forced landing somewhere. I mean, yeah, I mean, it would be very... Well, okay, we can now try and land at Bugalaga here. Yeah, very difficult. Just around 5 minutes ago, just where you could ever find the most clearing, which would be very, very difficult. Not the place you want to come down. There's never any place that's nice to come down an aeroplane, but here especially. Thanks a lot for the donation. Anyway. Right, let's disconnect the autopilot and
50,
deal with everything else here.
30, 20, 10.
Thanks a lot, Skitsum, for the $5 donation. My girlfriend isn't convinced I should fly us around a Cessna after I've simmed at Escape for a full 4 hours. Help me convince her. Skitsum's girlfriend, may I assure you that I'm sure Skitsum could do a fine job flying a real airplane, but I'd recommend at least getting some flying lessons first. But yes, this is a good practice at least to get you an idea of what to prepare for. Thanks a lot anyway. Right, so we're going to turn our way back here, so let's talk to a kind of like a long final here.
50, 40, 30, 20.
Thank you so much, IN, for the €5. Did I hear you say flying Airbus can be a bit of fun? There's video evidence in Discord of you saying something different. No idea what you're talking about, IN. Thanks a lot for the continued support. Very kind. Listen, I have a lot of respect for the Airbus. It's a good aircraft. It's just very... It's just not me. It's not me. The default one is definitely not me. Ooh. See, when you have a lot of terrain like this, very disorientating to find out, where you are in relation to the horizon, because there's no reference here. Cool. I'm completely screwed this up. Where's the airfield? Okay, I got really disorientated because I'm too busy reading the Super check there. There it is. It's just there, look straight ahead. Right, we can get in. We'll just do a little bit of an S-turn. So there's the runway. Gonna start slowing down now. Still at full RPM for the climb. I just got an achievement. Taxi an aircraft for a total of distance of 100 miles. I definitely haven't done that in the sim. Unless it still thinks I'm taxiing now and it's a bug. Thanks Xbox achievements. Look at that, 2,200 feet per minute. So difficult to judge your height. So I'm going to do a little orbit round to the right here. Lose a bit more height in the valley. Add a bit of power. And what I'll do after landing, I'm going to put the weather onto rain, I think, and then we're going to try and do a IFR, well, not an IFR flight, we're going to fly in IMC conditions to our next destination, try and find ILS approach. This would be quite fun, trying to fly in IMC in this, with this terrain around. Could be quite sketchy. And guys, get your landing rate guesses in. We're going to be touching down in around a minute. Good. I've got this fantastic camera system. You can zoom into your target waypoint there, which we've just done. Let's take a notch of flaps. Thank you very much to whoever that was. Capping Curve for the $5. Could a regular person land a 737 with the autopilot? Thank you very much, and a good question. Yes, I'd be confident in getting anyone that's perhaps got a bit of simming experience in the flight deck to perhaps manipulate the automation to get the aircraft close to the ground. When it came to manual handling, you'd certainly, I think, struggle. The aircraft's very heavy and doesn't feel exactly as you'd expect with the sim, but certainly using the flicking switches and systems, I think you'd be okay. Right, here we go anyway. Short final. 85 knots, that'll do us quite nice down there. I don't take too much flaps, too much drag here if I have to go around. Not going around is really an option. Look at this place. A little bit fast. Let's take an extra notch of flaps down and slow down now. Whoa! I think I might have overshot this brake. Can I go up this hill? Am I allowed? We are now. Up we go. I think we can. Ah, yes, no problem at all. Yes, I've seen on the landing video they went up this hill. Ah, perfect, we made it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bugalaga, the most remotest airport we've ever been to in any desktop simulator. Right, we're going to do a 180 here. Oh my goodness, and a bit of off-roading. Perfect. Right, and put the parking brake set. We got in there. Okay. What a fantastic airport! I mean, just look at the scenery. Let's see if I can remember how to use the camera drone. Yes, I do remember. Look at this place. Outrun Gaming, any tips for crosswind landings? I never did any before flights in 2020 and they're kicking my butt. Key thing is here, depending on what aircraft you're in, there's all sorts of techniques available. I'd recommend during the flare to decrab using rudder. That's the most comfortable way of doing things. And I don't actually have a tutorial on that now. That's one I said I'd always do, but we'll look at some options in the future. Thank you very much. So here we are in Bugalaga, looking very good. Guys, it's a bit of a fun stream. I've just thought of doing something a little bit different. How would any of you with Microsoft Flight Simulator like to join me for the next sector? How does that sound? I'll give you 5 minutes or so to fire up Microsoft Flight Simulator if you have it. I did invite some of the members, and we are going to do members group flights, but I think it would be quite fun. It's just a bit of a chilled out stream for anyone here to join you. And then we could do the next sector to Whiskey Alpha Yankee. So I'll see what chat says. I think I don't know if I can do that in game. I might have to quit out to the menu, and I think we should probably do it from a bigger airport, but I don't have the sim. No, you don't need to do it on VATSIM. You can just do it in the default simulator. Okay. So what I'm going to do, the airport code is... Let me just get back here into the aircraft. I'll give you 5 minutes as well. I'm going to quit out and then relaunch it, give you a bit of a chance here. The airport code is Whiskey X-Ray 53. I don't know how that's how it's going to work, but it could be quite fun. Thank you very much to Brandon there for the $5 as well. Just missed that. Hello from Dallas Fort Worth. Loving your content. Favourite places to fly and sim. Top wish list airport area. Thank you very much, Brandon. I mean, the world is your oyster with this new sim. You can go wherever you want. I mean, this is one of the things I wanted to do after we did the landing challenges, and I saw that this airport was in there, and I thought, oh, I want to do a stream where we flew into it. And I was thinking earlier on this evening, what could I do for a little impromptu stream this later? And I thought this would be great for us to try. So I thought we'd do it. Anyway, let's quit out of the game here. Let's go to main menu. The server will be, we'll have a look now shortly. Typical pilot takes forever to set off. Quite realistic, quite right to say, Dino. Yes. Now this could go one of several ways. It could go very badly, but it could be quite a lot of fun too. So if we go to world map. If I go live though, is that going to be live time as well? That's the problem. In fact, the sun might be rising here soon. WX53. I think we have to go to live players, live traffic, live. Close. Okay, yeah. Look, the sun's just rising, so I think we could be okay. Let's go from where are we starting off from? So it is Whiskey Alpha Bravo. No, that's not where we're going. We're going to WX53. Bugalaga Airstrip, and then we're going to be flying to Whiskey Alpha Yankee, which is just here. It's a very short flight. We're going to be in the Cessna Caravan, so ideally, guys, you want to be in the same aircraft. Only 17 minutes. Look, we'll try to do some sort of formation. Oh, look, we now have live flight conditions of rain. So I don't know how this will work, seeing that it's such a tiny airfield. I'm just going to push fly, see what happens. John says Oxford Airport. That's where I did my instrument rating, John. Or Kidlington. All that time ago. Gadget Badger game or sim. Oh, yeah, some people get very upset with this definition. I mean, technically it is a video game. It's a flight simulator. It's both, really. Am I going to upset a lot of people by saying that? Not sure. Oh, Paige, I've got a bad feeling about this. Yeah, me too. Me too. I mean, I think that's all you need to do, isn't it? In the simulator, you just press live players. You go from there. Oh my goodness, so sorry, Gallanox, for the €2. I just saw you in chat there. 2 Mons is a rookie number. I have 1 times 43, 4K plus 3 times 27, 1440 PE. Okay, not sure what that's all about. So has this worked? I think I expected a lot more people around here. Okay, maybe I need to change my settings. I should have done lifetime on that first sector. Yeah, I can see aircraft spawning on me there. What I'm going to do is just taxi forward slightly. I think once I taxi... Yeah, there's a lot of you here. Okay, this could get very interesting. Right, so we are live weather, live time. For those of you who need to load the GPSs, we're going to be flying to Whiskey Alpha Yankee. Oh my goodness me! Could you get the Zebo mod in here? Says another Gene. I could do, but it'll be very much a fun impromptu show. We managed to land on an aircraft carrier. Anyway, should we get going? I'm just going to select a notch of flaps. We've got Cessna Caravans. We've got, is that Pilatus? I don't know. TBM. Right. Anyway, let's get going, and this should be fun. Don't leave yet, Sisson. Alright, I'll give you another minute. I'll give you another minute. Anyone here? 4 monitors, that's quite a lot. Is this live weather? It's not working apparently. We are using live weather because I'm actually using the live mode. And I think to be on live you have to have everything here. Look, I don't even have the option to change weather now. But it's certainly going to be rainy and cloudy here, that's for sure. Right, anyway, let's head on up. I think everyone, what we'll do, we'll climb up to 8,000 feet. Which I'll preset here on the PFD. Let's just get the parking brake set again. This could be very interesting. And let's now head off to where we're going to Timika, Moses, Clankin. Take a notch of flaps as well, full power. I'm not going to look behind until we get airborne. Down the hill we go. Actually, you know what? This probably shouldn't be done. Oh dear, I probably just smashed the tail into the hill. Crikey, I need a bit more speed here. Oh, we're airborne. Behind. There's a few of you. I can see all the aircraft lining up behind. I mean, that's just the power of this simulator, isn't it? Right, I think we should maintain a speed. I'm going to put the flaps up. I'll aim for a speed of 100 knots. And I'm going to turn towards the destination now and go to around 8,000 feet, and then we'll look behind again. For the members, we're going to do a private one of these very soon. I mean, very, very soon. I think this will be quite good fun. So I see behind 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 aircraft. There's a few more taking off as well. I'll slow up as well so some of you can catch up. I mean, it's incredible with the sim, you can just load up and do this. And then we're going to fly to Timika, Moses. Strangely, my performance seems now better in the sim than it was on the first sector. No clue why, everything seems to be working fine. And we'll do a nice low altitude flight here, just slow down a little bit. So I've got, look at the long stream of aircraft behind here. Oh my goodness me, we've got Pilatus, we've got a few other, I mean there's loads of you. Unbelievable. The red line the edge I was a little bit. That's probably why they're struggling to keep up here. But I'll get to, well we've got quite a bit of high terrain here ahead, so we need to kind of keep climbing really. And we're only 50 miles away. We'll see how much of a formation flight we can do. Check Talk said, yeah, Agapite, you're right. I was revving the pants off this thing. I can't see any 747s yet. Yeah, that's surprising, Asa. They're, I think, struggling to keep up. Look at that.
50, 40, 30.
Thanks a lot, Lenny. Going for the $5. Time to do a low altitude valley run and see who comes out on the other side. You know, we might have a bit of fun after. It's probably not the best flight to have done. So if you have Microsoft Flight Simulator, get it fired up. I might do so after this. This is just a random little flight to do. I've got a Cessna. He's going very far. Well, I guess he's in the caravan as well. These guys are struggling to keep up by the looks of it. I didn't check what server we're meant to be in there. My weather's completely different. Yeah, I know. I've been quite lucky. I think some people have pretty bad weather, which should be representative of what it is right here, right now. I think my caravan's got a... I'm struggling to keep up. This guy is right behind me. Someone down there as well. I don't think these guys will be able to see me clearly. They're probably an IMC. Got someone to the left there as well. That's pretty cool. Alright, I'll try and level off here a little bit. Give some guys a little bit of a chance to catch up. Stay nice and low. Look at that, FPS now is fine, so I wonder just reloading the sim perhaps fix that. I've not had any issues whatsoever, and if anything it should be a lot harder for the sim with all these aircraft flying around. Ah, yeah, so I guess another thing is the servers. You need to make sure you're on the same server. Get close to these trees. That's so cool. Just look at that. Look at that. We've got some people catching up. I'm going not going flat out. I'm doing around 130 knots. We'll climb this next ridge as well. Climb, says Thunderslug. We'll do another one for a bit of fun. Bit of fun with the community. So I've never done any sort of group fly. I guess we need to all be on the same server. I think mine is Western Europe or East. I can't remember what the option was. I think the main reason for such could be loading new series. Could be. Look at this. This terrain is so high up. Look. Well, actually, you know what? I might just have to redline the engine here, just to make sure we clear the ridge. Perfect. Look at that. Everyone's catching up quite nicely. At least there's a good. I reckon. There's a good dozen of you here. To reduce power soon. I think the destination's at sea level as well, so we'll need to descend at some point. Have you ever tried to crash? If so, in the sim, the screen goes blank if you hit the ground. Cool. This is so dangerous. If you were to have an engine failure now, you'd be in. Well, you're screwed. You would be screwed. Yeah, so as soon as we're over this high terrain, we're going to have a quick descent, that's for sure. Listerman, you got it. 500. Well, this is the lady. It's the King Air, where you get the enthusiastic 500 call. 500. Okay. Oh, we got someone trying to do a loop. Someone's going in real close. Yeah, if you try it, look, it's quite cool. If you mess around and get too close, it blanks out. But what I really like is the fluidity of it, the way the aircraft moves, the other aircraft. It's really nice. Yeah, I spoke too soon about my performance. Look, we're up at 12,000 feet now. And you can hear the other aircraft too. Let's reduce that power slightly. And we still have a bit of high terrain here ahead too, so we sort of actually want to keep climbing. What a fantastic part of the world this must be, Western New Guinea. I mean, it's got everything. I think it's very humid in this part of the world. Amazing. Look at that. I'll try and take a screenshot if I get as many people behind as possible. Thanks a lot, Brad. Welcome aboard as a member. Glad you enjoyed the content. Welcome on board, sir. You'll get invited to our members only Discord. Enjoy your custom emojis in chat as well. Wow. Anthony, it's my life. You got it. Hope you're doing well, my friend. What's this guy doing? He's going to loop it, I think. Oh, all access the caravans, which is pretty cool. Look at that. That is really nicely flown. I like how they blank their registration out. Are they carrying some illicit services? Oh my days. Put your gear up, mate. So we've got Howard here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Crazy. I'm just looking out for a quad to say 380. Thanks a lot, guys. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to smash the thumbs up button. There's 2,700 of you watching. Thank you so much for coming in. That's absolutely crazy. We're just currently in Papua New Guinea on our way from Bugalaga Airstrip to Timika, Moses, Kilangin. God, it's like a dogfight going up here. my days. You take it steady, mate. And look at this. Once we get beyond this mountain range here, it's going to be downhill all the way. Right guys, what is the time? Well, I said I'd stream till midnight. I think we'll probably be touching down around 15 minutes. There we go, going to send all the way here. And we're towards the coastline too. Might do a little bit of a formation flight or something, I don't know, maybe one of the extras or something. Mauritius, I'm sure in 5 months' time I'll see Concord. I'm hoping to do a little bit sooner. I mean, I didn't expect this sort of channel growth, to be fair. I mean, we generally, on average, prior to Microsoft Flight Simulator coming out, I was getting around, on average, every month, around 1,500 to 2,000 subscribers. Some more than, some months more than others, because I streamed a little bit more. But the interest in this simulator, not just from a media perspective, but from you know, the community is obviously huge. And in the last week, you know, we went from 49,000 subscribers to what are we now, 60, 61, 62. It's just absolutely phenomenal. And I think it's great to have a bit of recognition, you know, and I know a lot of people enjoy the sim, and I hope that you know, you'll learn a thing or two as well from the content I make, so you can perhaps, you know, enjoy your sim experience a little bit more. Well, despite the fact that we've cleared all these mountains, we're only halfway. When we go a little bit faster, we're going to head off in this direction towards the centre there. Again, I'm having a slight drop in FPS again. So the textures here, I guess, are just default look. Not sure I don't think they have accurate satellite imagery for some parts of the world, so they have these sort of default looking textures. Gene, that's a big drop, I know. Imagine the views though. Imagine if you climbed to the top of one of these hills and looked here. I mean, it'd look absolutely spectacular. Where's everyone gone? I think everyone's lost me in IMC conditions. I think everyone's taking a bit more of a direct routing towards the airport, to be fair. Mika, you have zero visibility. So I keep hearing. So let me know in chat, guys. We'll be touching down in, we're doing now distance here 30 miles, we're doing 170 knots, cracking into 180. Let me know in chat where we're going to go next. I'll do one more thing just for a bit of fun. This is a really chill stream, just to enjoy flying with some guys here. Let me know in chat where we're going to go. We're going to go Grand Canyon, are we going to go Australia, we're going to go to the UK. Oh, such a large planet to explore. And again, I'll give you a bit of time for you guys to load into. Thanks a lot, Mr. Pee-wee, for the $5. Curious how all these landings are going to go. Does ATC know of what's about to hit them? Thank you very much to Mr. Pee-wee. Yes, I think we'll have landings of various quality. Mine will probably be not that great. I'll be concentrating on the chaos ensuing around. Thanks a lot, buddy. Hope you're doing very well. Mount Fuji, someone suggested. Bali, Chile, Antarctica, Poland, Tokyo, Spain, Toronto, UK, Mount Everest. What incredible suggestions. Cape Town. Cape Town's a good shout. But it's going to be live weather, live time, so ideally daytime. It's midnight here, so we want to go somewhere where we have light, because when you go on live online, it's live time, live weather. So we'll have to go somewhere where it's sunny. So I think US coast, we'll find somewhere for sure. Where's everyone gone? Literally lost everyone. There's literally dozens of aircraft soaring around, and now everyone disappeared. Australia. Yeah, Australia sounds good. New Zealand as well. Anthony Teal says Vegas. Alright then, is it what's the time in Vegas at the moment? Have we got enough light for Las Vegas? Yeah, easily. 3:15. Ah, there you all are. I think Las Vegas could be quite fun along the strip. 3 PM says Anthony. Listerman, maybe disconnect from VATSIM. We're not on VATSIM. We're on Microsoft's own online server. No, VATSIM isn't the sort of place to do this sort of thing, really. Land on the strip. I think we'll go Las Vegas. North Korea. Interesting. I can hear another aircraft, I think. You must remember, some guys are experiencing proper live weather, which is currently IMC and cloud, and I'm obviously, I've got really nice VMC here, so that's probably why some people can't find me there. So this is what it's like a power on descent here. I've got a little bit of power still on, which is why I'm doing around 160 knots or so. But the conditions here are perfect, I think, in the sim. Ahead, Scott, which runway are we going to land on? We're going to land straight in. So what runway will that be? No clue. No clue. The stream has had very little in the form of any preparation. Whiskey Alpha Yankee Yankee. I think it's got a north-south runway. So we'll land straight in. Nice to go to a different part of the world, to be fair. List of it, Mars. Yeah, I really wonder, performance-wise, you can see, look, if I make some turns, I'm just struggling out. I think I have to upgrade something on my PC with the fact I've got dual monitors. Dual monitors now. Can't see anyone around. Alright guys, so yeah, if you want to join in on the next flight, I'll meet you in Las Vegas, is it McCarran? In the, I think either the pits or the extra would be very befitting. See if we can do some sort of formation. But yeah, nice chill stream. And guys, my regular subscribers who are obviously a bit more hardcore, I must apologise. They wanted to see the detailed flying, but this is just me chilling out, guys. It was a Friday evening in. If it wasn't this, I'd be playing on the Xbox. I thought, you know what, I'll just have a bit of fun in the sim with you guys. And it carries a lot of attention for me, so I appreciate that. Thank you very much. 2,400 you watching. Thank you so much. Don't forget to smash the thumbs up. We're up to 851 likes already. Let's see if we can get past 1,000 likes prior to touchdown in Timika, Moses, Kalagin International Airport. It is an international airport, and then we'll do a little flight in the extra 300 in Las Vegas, and we'll also work out what server we're in. I'll stay to my server, which is the closest one, and we'll go from there. I mean, yeah, look, there is some ortho scenery here, built up areas, so sparsely populated though. I mean, we've just flown pretty much right over the country here. Huge, very dramatic screen here. It's huge. I'm really looking forward to perhaps having a series of flights here in the sim where, in between doing the commercial stuff in the Zebo mod in kind of quality commercial aircraft, but we'll actually plan, probably not a round the world tour, but you remember back in the 20s and the 30s where all the pioneering aviators were doing these trips from the UK to Australia, the first flight across the Atlantic, or world tours. I'd like to perhaps recreate some of those flights. One of the flights I'd really like to recreate is from the UK to Australia. Now I can't remember off the top of my head who was the first person to do that, but we'll do it. I'll see what payware quality aircraft are coming out. I mean, some of the default aircraft are very good. Perhaps the steam gauge Cessna 172 would be a good aircraft to use. But I'd like to do a series of streams where, you know, if I'm not up to much, I could just fire up the sim wherever and do the next leg. couple of legs or something like that. I'm also going to reserve a day to do one of the bush flying tutorials which come with the sim. There's 3. It won't be perhaps one stream because it takes around 8 hours to complete, but perhaps split it into 2, maybe 3 streams and go from there. The wartime transatlantic route, yeah, probably over, we call that the blue spruce routes now, going that way. So there we are, how far we've got to go now. 7 miles to go, 3,000 feet, a little bit high. Again, I'm not sure what the runway orientation is here. In fact, I did save it on my phone. So we've got the runway orientation at Timika is 1230, so it's east-west, not north-south. Okay, so what I'm going to do is sort of join on a base leg here for runway 12.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Thank you very much to Manny Bass for $2. Please show us your graphic settings. Thanks a lot, Manny Bass. Currently, it's running high end, so it's all the default settings for high end. That's what I'm currently running. Thanks a lot, buddy. I'll try and show you those things. Well, it's just the high end Microsoft Flight Simulator settings, so that's it. So we're on a bit of a base leg here for runway 12. So we're heading around 210 degrees. Zoom in on the scale here for a little bit more detail. No, if I hold down that saved camera view, we're not going to see anything. I think everyone got a little bit split up in this group flight, unfortunately, which is why I want to do another one. I see a lot of aircraft circling around the airport. There is the airfield. Flatten out this stage. Autumn, which server? We'll have a look at that just prior to entering into Las Vegas. Then we'll launch it together. And to my members, I'll have a chat with you afterwards because in hindsight I wish I'd perhaps tested this first, but definitely look at doing an option for this for a group flight offline for you guys and make it perhaps a more frequent thing than monthly. But I know some people still want to do the Zebo mod and X-Plane because I know not all of you have Flight Simulator. Right, anyway, there is the airport. It actually looks quite large. There is a 7... Right, it would appear there's some large jets on the reciprocal end of this runway. I've got a funny feeling someone's going to fly straight towards me. Yes, I do, because this is the 21st century and the internet. So much for a square off base leg. It's going to be interesting. Thanks a lot, Calvin Roach, for the $5. Hope you're doing well. It's a very generous donation. Thank you. Full flaps, turning final. Lovely. Aircraft galore. This would certainly cause some issues. Yes, this large airport 737 can land in Timika. Thanks a lot, Resident. I have no idea if I've got anyone here from Western New Guinea in Indonesia watching. If so, good day to you. Good morning, I should say. We're on final then. There's our final approach speed looking good. It looks like the runway is blocked. Someone is vacating. They're doing the right thing. Oh, and we've just had a TPM cut us up. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Nico, are you a pilot? Yes, I work for a European airline as a captain for a 737. Yes, I did see an aircraft flying towards me. If I do this, we'll never know. There we go. Didn't see a thing. I heard something just whiz past. Thank you very much. Katu Van has just joined us, member. Welcome aboard. And this is my first ever time landing in Timika Moses Kalangan from Las Vegas, like Ethan Phillips as well. Welcome aboard. Right, let's cut the power. I can hear an aircraft really close to me. I held it. Oh no, I'm not in the 737 anymore. I held that a little bit high. Ah, nice little butter for us. And we'll take the next exit here on the right. Wonderful. Nice formation landing. Wonderful. Right. We'll take the next right. Unbelievable. Oh, another Cessna camera has just gone through me. We've got a 787 here as well. Adds ET on -11. We've got a... Yes, very amusing. Right, we'll bring it to a stop there. Oh, my days. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Right, and on that note, I'm going to go back to the main menu. Right, anyway. Tim Crawl, can you communicate on the radio with other pilots in a group flight? Good question, Tim. We're not on VATSIM. This is Microsoft's own server, so I believe not, and that's perhaps a good thing. You know, the world we're living in, what the sort of nonsense people get up to. So, yes, I can hide all the labels, and I can't hear anyone, which is great. I think for the members group flight, we could perhaps utilise VATSIM as well with the air traffic control, so we can perhaps keep that a lot more realistic too. Cool, so this is what we're going to do, guys. How do I find my server? So my server is... Why am I on... I should be in North Europe, not Western. So go to North Europe, wherever you are. That's the server I'm going to be in, which is the one that has the lowest ping for me. World map, I'm going to go in the extra. Okay, the most aerobatic aircraft in the history of aircraft, pretty much. So propellers... extra 300, and we're going to go from Las Vegas. We'll start from the runway as well. Oh, what's the code for McCarran? I can't remember. Oh, there it is, KLAS. Perfect. So there we are. There's all sorts here, but I think that's actual real aircraft, isn't it? So which runway are we going to depart from? That's the big question. What am I actually using right now in Las Vegas? It'd be quite cool if some people took off from the parallel runway as well. I'm just literally looking on flight radar now. Los Angeles and Las Vegas. So it looks like they are landing, or departing, sorry, on the easterly runways. So I'm just seeing an aircraft right now going to Nashville, taking off from this runway here. So I think I'm going to depart off the 8 right. Okay, so if we go 8 right, 8 left. If some of you spawn on 8 left as well, we'll set that as departure. And we'll take off. We'll do some general handling if you want to keep by. But what we're going to try and do, I want to try and have the largest ever formation in the history of Microsoft Flight Simulator. Short history of what is it now? How long has it been out? 5 days. So we'll have a look at the speeds. I reckon if we all do 120 knots, we'll try and form on the wing. I'll try and take some screenshots to share on social media for you as well. And yeah, we'll go from there. So 8 right. Let's press fly. This is going to be interesting. Trader Vic, Vegas tends to land on 28 right, depart 28 left, but the executive private hangars are west of the 191. 191, okay, I'm very unfamiliar here. Props are leaving 1 left. Very interesting. Thank you very much to Dan Bryant's just joined a member. Welcome aboard, glad you're enjoying the content. You're invited to our members only Discord. Enjoy your custom emojis in chat as well, thanks a lot, buddy. Awesome stuff. Wow, 2,500 of you watching. Thank you so much. I hope you're all very well. Thank you so much again for staying tuned. We're just about to do a Microsoft Flight Simulator public group flight in Las Vegas. If you are enjoying watching this, relaxed, chilled stream. I hope you've got your feet up, ready for the weekend. Do me a big favour, don't forget to subscribe, because I am streaming a little bit more frequently at the moment, so as soon as you subscribe, turn the bell notification on, you'll be immediately informed when I start streaming. And don't forget to smash the thumbs up as well. We've already surpassed 1,000 likes, which is incredible. So 2,500 watching, I'd love to have 2,500 likes. Awesome stuff, guys, thank you so much. Awesome.
Las Vegas Tower Extra Golf. Foxtrot Delta Tango Sierra ready at runway 8 right, departing straight out.
Ready to fly.
Extra Golf. Foxtrot Delta
Let's have a little look
Sierra,
outside here,
cleared
man.
for
So,
takeoff, runway 8 right,
I think a few aircraft are obviously going to spawn around on the same point here. I think we're literally all spawning there. So, I'm very unfamiliar with Las Vegas. We're going to take off, climb straight ahead. We've got aircraft zooming ahead of us. And we'll try and do some sort of formation of sorts and go from there. I have no idea how many of you here. I think there's probably a lot of us all on the same spot here. Right, anyway, let's give it a go. No flaps obviously on the extra, just full power. Go from there. Oh, I can see pilots. Oh, we're airborne already. Let's have a look behind. We're sort of spawning here. I think we might even have some on the other runway as well. So I'm going to climb straight ahead initially. I'm going to go up to 3,000 feet. I'm going to maintain 3,000 feet at 120 knots. And hopefully I'll allow some people to form on the wing. So there's 3,000. I'm going to go to 120 knots, trimming those down.
Southwest Niner 7 clear.
I need to detune
right.
the radio here because he's going to be going all day. I don't want to do any of this.
Clear to land runway 8 right.
Ooh, my altitude keeping's a bit off. I'm just trying to work out how to detune the radio in the extra.
100 clear to land runway 8 right. Number 2 for landing. Follow the generic
Where's
final.
radio controls? Here we
Wind
go.
212 at 5. Caution the...
There we go. Perfect. Detune tower. He won't be telling us off anymore. So we have 3,000 feet, 120 knots. Look behind. People everywhere. So I'll let some of you catch up. I'm going to do a gentle turn now. So we're going to head north now, maintaining 3,000 feet, 120 knots. So you all know the figures. Altitude keeping's not great there. So let's head northbound, then we'll head towards the strip. Just make sure we're in trim. Oh my goodness, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my god. Right, anyway, right, we're going to head north. Okay, 3,000 feet, 120. This could be very interesting. This could be very interesting. Right, altitude keeping and speed keeping is not great. There we go. Perfect, so... Awesome, excellent, whoever this is there on my wing. Excellent work. I'm not so sure about the one I just saw zooming past. Oh my days. It's like a swarm of flies. That's not bad. Not bad at all, guys. Right, let's carry on going north for a little bit longer, and then we'll make a turn back into the city and do a little bit of a tour of the strip. Oh dear, 3,000 feet, guys. Look at this. It's like an angry swarm of bees. You've got it. Right, so 120, 3,000 feet. I've creeped all the way up here, heading north. There we go. Keep it in trim now. Again. Look at that. Not bad, not bad. That's just insane. Unbelievable. There's so many of you. Look at this guy forming on my wing. Incredible. Oh dear, look at my height keeping. We got, I think that's a King Air. But anyway, right. I think what we should try and do is all fly inverted. I think we need to do the most people flying inverted at once. So let's do that. I want you all to go inverted if you can. I'm going to look backwards here, and I hope to see as many people on formation as possible flying inverted, maintaining 3,000. Yes, there's at least one of that's fantastic. 1, 2, 3. This guy's not inverted. Very impressed. These two here, excellent formation keeping. Let's do a negative roll. That's going to confuse them. Negative loop. I was very fortunate enough to have a trip 2 years ago now with the Blades aerobatic display team based in Northampton, and I went to an extra 300 two-seater. I was surprised myself. I thought I'd throw up, but I managed to keep it all down. It was certainly an incredible experience, though. Right, anyway, let's head towards the strip. Of course, there is a 747. Oh, he seems to have disappeared. Oh no, there he is. Right, 2 747s. It's that drone of extras. My goodness, right. So I'm still sticking around 120 knots. I expect to see a 747 fly right over top of me very shortly. I think I might have to change the screenshot title of this video. I need to get as many of you behind in this shot as possible, so you need to get really as close as possible. Look at the shadow of the 747 as well. Oh wow, the shadow of all these aircraft in the sim. Unbelievable. Time to rename the scene from Con Air. Oh, crikey. Oh no. He's literally falling out of the sky because I'm doing 120 knots. He's actually doing quite well. We should have taken a bit of fuel out. Oh my days. Crikey, I actually know where I'm going here. Unbelievable. Caesar's Valet. Where's that jumbo gone? Oh no, he's far too low. The extras are doing incredibly well. I can hear 4 engines whining. Oh, that's actually well flown if he's doing around 120 knots in the jumbo. Oh, jeez. Well, actually, let's get down to on the strip now. There we go. I don't know how my PC's surviving this onslaught. Very good. Oh, we've got some guys upside down as well. Very impressed. And there's a second 747 coming as well. Sensational. Right, now. There's that 7.4 gun. So we've got one. There's definitely a few extras down. I think we had a few more earlier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The others as well. My goodness. Do a barrel roll. This is the sort of aircraft where I could happily do a barrel roll. There you go. Oops, I meant to roll out centre. Right, let's see how many people get close here. They're all following suit the barrel roll. So let's reduce the speed again. Try and do one more formation. So 3,000 feet, 120 knots. So we'll have the same speed. There's 3,000. brought my speed back to 120 now. And we're trimmed out, lovely. Awesome stuff. So now let's have a look outside. Oh! Just saw 7-4. So I'm upside down. I mean, some of you have been flying really accurately. I mean, look at this. That's not bad at all. That's a little bit of a diamond they've got going. A little bit close. Jeez. Right, now we need to all go upside down, okay? So much for maintaining 3,000 feet. Right, I'll get back up to 3,000, there we go. Speed's a bit low. We've lost a few here. There's one upside down, there's one over there upside down. Look at the scenery, look at the houses here. I think they've got proper photorealistic scenery for all the buildings here, that looks incredible. This fuel flies like, oh my days. Amazing. Right. Round we go. Oh look, they're keeping up. Not bad at all. There's a storm on it. Amazing. Right guys, let's head back to our base. Call it a day. See, we need to now do a formation landing. Alright. Not sure which runway we're going to land in, but yeah, if you enjoyed this, again, this is just a bit of fun. You know, this is the first sort of stream. Well, I've had a few other fun streams as well, but yeah, I rest assured for my regular viewers who are wanting the kind of more realistic, in-depth tutorials and streams, they are of course coming. This is me chilling out a Friday night instead of playing Red Dead Redemption, which I'm trying to complete again. I thought I'd jump back into the sim and have a bit of fun. We found at least the main challenge to the scene, which is to find Bugalaga Airstrip. We managed to achieve that. Now we're about to come back into McCarran. Oh, I've lost everyone. It's because I'm going flat out. I'll let you catch up. I'll do one loop. That was the worst loop I think I've ever done. It's a good job I'm not an aerobatics pilot. That was more of a push the nose up and do a stall. I hope you guys caught some great screenshots of this. Got aircraft flying and a... Actually, I think that's AI, isn't it? I'm sure that aircraft's doing. I'm going really slow now. Look, 78 knots. Everyone's overshooting. There we go. So we'll come back. I'm going to go a little bit downwind here. I'm going to land on 08 right. So we'll go downwind, join the downwind here. Extend out, quite tight downwind, and then we'll land on 08 right as well. Perfect. Sinking position's great because it's obviously in the middle. Very sensitive roll around thing. This thing. I remember when I flew one of these a couple of years ago with the blades, and they let me, it was two-seater. It was a 300L, I think they called, and the pilot is actually she's a good family friend of ours. Her name's Kirsty. She used to fly for the Red Arrows, and she let me fly. And she said, "You do what you like. You won't break it." You know. So I tried for the first time, like a full aileron ride. I literally did that. I was like, "Oh!" Like I let go, and it was just like that. I kind of stopped spinning. But I wasn't straight and level. She did it. It was obviously absolutely perfect. But the performance of this aircraft is absolutely phenomenal. We didn't do any full 9G aerobatics. I think the most we pulled for the entire flight was 4 or 5, and that was more than enough for me. Cool. So we just do a gentle turn onto final, land on 8 right. Perfect. RJL, he's not reading comments. I do try my best. But when I'm trying to look outside and take some pictures, I need to concentrate on that. I said 8 right, a little bit overshot there, so look at the shadow there. Some commercial airliner. Right, so landing up for 8 right, guys. I don't know how many people are close by. Oh, quite a few of you. Very good. So we're doing a formation landing. Approaching 120 knots. Someone just ahead of us. Right, that's definitely a print screen. Let's see if we can get you on the centre. There we go, print screen that one. Phenomenal. Put my head up a little bit. There we go, that's much better. This aircraft's actually very hard to land. No flaps. Someone's doing some aerobatics last minute. Oh, he's might have screwed that up. Oh my goodness. That's probably an updated print screen there. Yeah, that one. Alright, I'm looking for butters, including my own. Oh no, that was terrible. Oh look, he's ground looped. That was an atrocious landing from myself. We're down. We're down about 4 times. Oh, I see a few ground loops going on. People are braking a little bit too hard. Crikey. Oh, what is this guy doing? Crazy. Absolutely crazy, all of you. Well, we're down. Oh, someone's crashed and someone behind me. Parking brake set. There's a lot of broken extras on the runway here. Anthony Teal, firm but fair. Absolutely, firm but fair. That was phenomenal. I'm just going to look in the background here and see the screenshot that I took for the stream there. I mean, that was just crazy. We've also got a Citation business jets. We've got a Cirrus, whatever those things are called. My goodness, my goodness. Right, anyway, I think we'll call that the end of the group flight. Thank you so much for that. Well, I said I'd stream till midnight. I've got another 10 minutes. I mean, I might try a crack at trying to get one of these landing challenges done. Now, since I did the first stream of the landing challenges, where we pretty much smashed all the records because we were one of the first few people doing it, I've noticed now the scores of them are ridiculous. These are people I think are hammering the landing challenges day in, day out. It's absolutely crazy. I don't think we're even in the top 100 for any of them. Let's have a look here. So strong winds. Which one's quite a tricky one? Queenstown? Did we do this one? I mean, look at the scores here. 1.5 million, 1.4 million. How do I see my score? I mean, do I have to complete the challenge first? Keeping that SM47 at 120 knots was hard. That was you did a good job. Search fauna in the world map. Finding animals is amazing. Yeah, I heard that you can find lots of animals. Fun Chow. Jason Madden says Fun Chow. Well, seeing he's a member, we should probably go for that. But that's Airbus. Jason Madden. RIP. I'm not going to do Fun Chow. I want to do one that's achievable. Innsbruck. I mean, look at these scores. They're all consistently like 1.6 million. Let's just go for the one I was going to select, Queenstown. I have no idea how we are, just to see how I fare, really. And then we'll call it a night. I think I just wanted to have a go at a couple. See if I get at least into the top 100. SM, so did he find Bugalaga Airstrip? If so, what minute in the live stream? About half an hour in, we found it. And then the stream just went downhill from there. NTH, I'm from Germany. Guten Tag to you, sir. Matterhugh, do Innsbruck please. Yesterday, Matterhugh, we landed Innsbruck in snow, which is quite amusing. So it's 20 knots at 031. Perfect. So I reckon performance is probably down to my second monitor. It seems to stable quite nicely now. We landed here in the Zebo mod into Queenstown, which is pretty cool. Not in this weather though, with the fog layer. And it's very hard to see the runway when you're unfamiliar, but I can remember it's just kind of around this ridge here, and then on the right. There it's very windy too. Again, I was too busy staring at the chat. What was the final approach speed? 120, 130 knots? I just want to see how I fare, you know, against the world now that you've all had a go just off the beat. I've not done this one since we did the landing change. I just chose it randomly. God, we're doing 190 knots. It's way too fast. Thanks a lot, Seb Reed. Welcome aboard as a member. Glad you're enjoying this fun impromptu stream. 113. That is slow. Let's take a notch of flaps then. Again, this is another spectacular looking airport. A beautiful, beautiful part of the world. So a lot of people have asked me in the comments recently, how's the flight dynamics? Flight dynamics is rubbish. I'm not impressed with it. My A380, my 747 doesn't fly well. Again, the feedback on this is the same. The complex aircraft, even one like this, you know, to model accurately, it takes a developer such as Zebo or a payway company like a PMDG. It takes them months, if not years, of development and tweaking to ensure that it works in the environment. The light aircraft, I mean, someone commented the other day, I was flying, it was zero wind, but the aircraft was a little bit turbulent, and I was like, well, okay, but you know, light aircraft are also affected by other factors such as thermals. So thermals, I mean, on a hot day, the 737 gets bumped around when there's no wind on thermals. And he showed me a link to his video, and I was like, no, that, you know, it's probably heat thermals or something like that. That's why it's jolting around. I've watched the developer programs for this sim, and the amount of detail and things that are going on in the background, it is absolutely phenomenal. Hold on, I'm completely disorientated here. Yeah, I thought we were lined up on the runway here, but we're not at all. You know, some of the comments and stuff I get are very, very critical of the sim, and it's not perfect. I'll admit that there's some tweaks that need to be made here and there, but as a core simulator, it's the future, I believe. I mean, so much can be built off this. I can't wait until the comments again on this video. Oh, you're doing 160 knots. You got to don't sink. My goodness. Right, thanks a lot as well to Namboozle. Sent you some formation screenshots on Twitter. Thanks a lot, Namboozle. I'll take them after the stream. Well, I'm level and I'm getting don't sink warnings. So there's a little bit of tweaking, for example. A bit high here. Not very high for it's very fast. 500. Let's see, these are little things that need tweaking, for example. Cool, blimey, these conditions. Whoa. Oh, right centre line here. Oh, this is bad, this is bad. That's really dangerous. I've got to go around now. But it's a landing challenge, we have to land. It's all about getting in that box, guys, for the points. I would probably got around there. Right. Definitely an. So that, just see how I fare in the world there. 682. Oh, see, that's how hard it is now. Even my members are higher. That 1.6 million. Atrocious. Minus 400. Way off the centre line. Precision was good. That's because I smashed it down into that box. Not a good one to end. Definitely a go around. You got it, Brad. Go ahead. List them in. What exactly? I think you're talking to someone else. Thanks to all the members that help answer all the questions. It's very kind. You're right. 186. No reverses either. I'm not doing Fun Chow because it's an Airbus. What other ones have they got here? These ones are a little easier because the wind isn't so bad. We've done that today. Obviously not the challenge. But you guys like all the strong wind ones.
Don't sing. Damn Bennett. Innsbruck, Gibraltar, Airbus, Donegal. Oh yeah, that's the one under the dam. We want 737, absolutely. I can imagine you do. So do I. Search fauna in world map. 90 knot crosswind. I just want to get in the top 100 on one of these. Let's try WAYY. 747. Everyone loves a jumbo. And then I'll call it a day because it's approaching midnight. So guys, I am flying tomorrow. Occasionally I try and take some pictures. I use my work iPad and then I transfer them to my phone afterwards. I'll try and get some shots for you as well. I am going to... Well, I don't disclose exactly where I'm going, but I'm going to very southeast Europe tomorrow. What happens when you fly in North Korea? In the sim, nothing. Would not recommend that in real life. Bali, do Christchurch, New Zealand. We've was that Christchurch we just been? Is that? I think we just done Christchurch. Can't remember where it was exactly. Pandas, where are you from? It's 1 hour past midnight in Sweden, UK. So I'm 1 hour behind you. It's just coming up to midnight. 2 minutes to midnight now. So the 747, the default one, again, for a default aircraft, it's okay. Nowhere near as in-depth as a lot of people expect. But for the casual simmer, it's fine. For us hardcore guys, we're obviously going to have to wait a little bit longer to be getting the kind of high-quality aircraft we want to see and stuff. God, I started off way too fast here. Right gear down. I do like the sounds of this, though. Right, this will be the last one of the day, boys and girls. Whoa, about to exceed maximum flap speed. Really? 160 knots is the final approach speed? Again, I was too busy not looking at the chat, just reading the chat while I went low here. So we've got a 30 knot crosswind coming in from the northwest here. So the mechanical turbulence of the terrain here would be really, really quite something. So we don't get drifted downwind. $140, thanks guys. So I'm going to slow down about 20 knots. So nicely lined up. Bring that speed back a little bit more. So here we have 30 knots, and yeah, I mean, I haven't flown the 747, but the aircraft dynamically feels like it would be in these conditions. I'd expect a little bit more mechanical turbulence from the terrain, so it could be really quite violent mechanical turbulence. I went to Rhodes last week, and Rhodes is quite famous for that. In fact, we have a restriction at my operator if the wind's coming over the ridge there from the north. The maximum wind speed permitted is 15 knots. Anything more than 15 knots, you can expect severe turbulence. It's incredible how the wind can affect it. Right, we're very high here, 4 whites. So we're approaching the point where we'd have to go around. We've got 1 red, just about stable. Watching the rate of descent here now, high. Like scraping the barrel here, guys. I'll make sure I trim. Oh my god, my speed! Didn't realise how fast we're going. Should be doing 140. Oh, rip FPS. Yeah, we're going way too fast here. I think the speed just might be okay once we get to the threshold, though.
200.
I'm nowhere near a trim now for this speed.
100. 50, 40, 30,
Check.
20,
Close.
10.
Oh, the attitude. Oh, ballooned slightly. Oh, that's got to be a good score, though, surely. So, I think that was good. Good score, I hope. But you may imagine the amount of people that have been hammering this challenge. You know, I don't think we'll be top. 214th? I mean, if I'd have managed to land that in Innsbruck in those conditions, 1.6 million? Oh, God of a Days, I think will ever be anywhere near the top of the table. Oh, that was unbelievable. That was like on the money. Yes, I admit, admittedly, at 300 feet, we were completely destabilized, extremely fast, and we would definitely go around in real life. But the actual landing, I mean, the ground roll, I was a bit off the centre line. That's where I lost my points. 337 is more than acceptable. Landing precision was okay, but 214th. Oh no. Unbelievable. Savage. 1972 coming in with the savage comment. You lost your edge. Right, back to the main menu. Guys, it's just past midnight in the United Kingdom, so I am going to call that a day. I know we've kind of overran what the initial plan for this stream was, which was to find the fascinating airstrip of Bugalaga, which we did do, and then it all went a little bit of fun. Now, again, these sort of things I'm not going to do frequently due to the carnage that was ensued, but I know from some of my viewers it's quite enjoyable. For all of my long-term members, we'll certainly be doing a lot more serious stuff coming up very, very soon. So yes, thank you very much again to everyone that donated today, to all the new subscribers as well. Welcome on board, and to all my members as well for the continued support and your continued patience whilst we smash through some Microsoft Flight Simulator content. There won't be much on the channel for a couple of days. I am working all weekend. I've got oh no, I'm working tomorrow, and then I've got a couple of standbys this week, so maybe Sunday night I can have something lined up, but nothing tomorrow. And then I am working in the middle of the week a few times as well, so it's yeah, it's been very enjoyable. Again, thank you everyone to the thank you everyone for the recognition for the work, and for getting in contact with me on social media saying you love the videos and stuff. Lewis Owen, have you ever flown to Bournemouth? He says, I have, not for a very, very long time, not since I was flying light aircraft. It's been such a while. Thanks a lot, Freckles, as well. Have a good time, buddy. Keep up. Blue side up, I'll ensure I do that. And guys, don't forget to follow me on social media or find me all there. And again, smash the thumbs up. How many likes did we get to? 1389. Let's see if we get up to 1500 likes. There you go. I'm a professional live streamer as well. Sorry for the slight FPS issues during the stream as well. I think I'll have some jigging with the settings to ensure that you have a smoother performance. Guys, stay safe out there, and I'll see you for another Flight Data Sim live stream very soon. Good night.